Welcome to another exciting episode of Musa and Show. Here is what we have today.
Sanibona, njengoba besazi ukuthi icase kaJacob Zuma noThales Manganzi Phutha ye-Amstel ibingenile izolo esiceleni sabo ababesifakile sokuthi icala leli alichithwe ngoba ofakazi okuyibona abahamba phambili leli cala abasekho emhlabeni. So bekulindeleke-ke i-ruling, ngifisa ke sikhulume ngayo-ke leyo ruling leyo. Njengoba ubona kwivideo engiqale ngayo MPs, ama-members of parliament we-ANC lawa bowacula izolo emveni kokuphuma kombiko ukuthi uFloyd akasena uSecretary General womkhonto wesizwe party, kodwa kunalokho uzoya eParliament njengoba becula ukuthi wenzeni uFloyd. Ngifuna nje ngingena endabeni yabo, sikhulumile ngodaba likaFloyd izolo, kodwa ngifisa sikhulume ngale kaZuma. Ngaphambi ke sikhulume nge-judgment ephuma izolo, ngifisa ukubuyela emuva kancane ukukhumbuza kwabaziyo ukuthi ongazi azi ukuthi leli cala selihamba isikhathi eside kukhulunywa indaba ye-Amstel eyenzeka I think ngo-1999 if I'm not mistaken, ngosikhathi wayepresident former president uThabo Mbeki naye wakwaphawula ngalolu daba. Yena ekuphawuleni kwakhe wakhuluma kanje.
The defense of government. First of all, I've been trying to say to everybody, there was never an arms deal. There was never such a deal. When people use that phrase, arms deal, that means something crooked happened. You entered into a deal. So I've been trying to say, please, can you stop saying this thing about an arms deal? There was no arms deal. There was a defense procurement.
Ngoba umuzwa-ke uformer president we-country ubaba uThabo Mbeki esho ukuthi ayikho into ekuthiwa i-arms deal, there was no arms deal. Ngoba uyena wayepresident leso sikhathi uJacob Zuma leso sikhathi wayesasebenza KZN, angazi uma uMEC noma wayeyini khona, kodwa wayese KZN, wayengakafiki national ngaleso sikhathi kwenzeka le arms deal. But ke uyabaleka la umuntu wayehamba phambili kuleli cala ubulela Nccuka naye wakwaphawula ngalo. Yena ke kuphawuleni kwakhe wakhuluma kanje.
Remember, Mr. Zuma was the MEC in KZN. He was not involved in the national government, and therefore he was not a development. And he was not a party, therefore, even to the negotiations for these things. In our investigations, we discovered that the chief of the procurement, which was Sabir Sheikh, was linked to one. Sabir Sheikh was the brother. Chippy Sheikh was the brother of Sabir Sheikh, who had done a deal with one of the companies, Thales. And so we started to investigate if there was any connection there. Because Chippy was involved, he was the chief procurement in the defense force. And his brother ended up with a contract. And so we had to investigate that. At that time, I must say, there was nothing that involved Jacob Zuma. His name was not there. And so I'm sitting in Grahamstown, attending the Grahamstown Arts Festival, having taken leave, which was in June of that year. I get this call from Khaled to say, we found evidence against Jacobs. I said, what? He said, yes, he's linked to the arms deal. At that time, you must remember, Mr. Zuma was the MEC in KZN. He was not involved in the national government, and therefore he was not a development. And he was not a party, therefore, even to the negotiations for these things. I said, what? He said, yes, and he told me about the famous encrypted facts. I said, yo, there comes trouble. And I sat there for some time thinking about it. No. Said to myself, no. This can't be true. JZ can't do such a thing. I said, well, what if it is true? What then do you do?
At this time,
It's a Saturday. I've seen nothing. I've just got a telephone call.
right, but the position of Mr. Zuma, what position is he in government right now?
Ngidlala lama video nje ukukukhumbuza ngenzela wena owaziyo mhlawumbe usukhohliwe ngenzela ongazi azi ukuthi njengoba kusho ukuthi uJacob Zuma wayesebenza kwi-province yase-KZN le deal le procurement yakhona yenziwa national owaye upresident former president weCountry Thabo Mbeki futhi mawuzwa njengoba ethena there was no arms deal but bayasho ukuthi bona babengenabufakazi uthi nje wathola iphone call kodwa abukho ubufakazi obake bavezwa bakhomba uJacob Zuma ukube futhi babukhona ngicabanga ukuthi kusuka ngo1999 icala lingenile yonke lesikhathi ngabe kudala mhlambe leyo evidence yakhishwe enkantolo kodwa angeke sisho ukuthi asazi inkantolo isebenza kanjani ngithi nje angikhumbuza phamba ngifike kwi-ruling yayizolo iThales ikhampani akuyena umuntu so iThales beyifake isicelo noJacob Zuma ukuthi icala lichithwe ngoba ofakazi abekho ngoba phela kunento la kuthiwa khona kufuneka umuntu abe ne-fair trial okusho ukuthi abofakazi mabe sebebuthulile ubufakazi babo kufuneka abamele i-defense baba cross examine ukuze kuhlolwe ku-evidence yabo kuzokwazi ukwazeka into eyiqiniso nekungesiyo sizongena la ngicapha ivideo yokugcina bese singena ke kwesinqumo esiphuma enkantolo izolo
Of insufficient direct evidence, that is witness testimony. Our case, insofar as it relates to the Deputy President, relies largely on circumstantial evidence. And so he's mentioned in lots and lots of correspondence, so he relies on faxes, letters, and this correspondence, and he's mentioned in those. But it is difficult to impute that knowledge to him. That's insofar as it relates to him. Letters are written about him, but not by him.
Corruption, this, not any other. Let them produce this evidence of this grand corruption. But nobody produces any evidence of any kind. If they did, even now,
But the thing I've noticed is that while President Zuma is all over them, he's also nowhere. Is that the correct view?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's kind of, you can sort of see his fingerprints on things,
Yes.
but in terms of the email that says, you know, dear Jacob, please see attached proof of payment, 400 million rand, it's not there. I mean, it's not there as far as we can see, and I don't think it's going to be that obvious. I don't think it's going to be that simple to find the pieces that connect him. I mean, I think not just him, but him and sort of several other...
Can I ask you directly, do you have any information that might implicate President Zuma in any acts of corruption? That's a direct question to you.
No, I don't have any personal information, but as I said, there are all sorts of suggestions.
you know Patricia Lelel, minister, now. She appeared before the Seriti Commission to present what is called the Delil dossier. And then when she's cross-examined, she says, I know nothing about any of the things said in this dossier. It didn't come from me. I was given these things by ANC MPs. I'm really just conveying this thing. I cannot say this thing is right or wrong or whatever. She didn't bring any information.
Njengobuzwa nawe bezisholo bona ukuthi ayikho into emlinka direct evidence ekuthiwa nje nayi evidence iqondene noZuma ngqo khona izinto ezikhulunywa ngaye kodwa maningi futhi amaletha abhaliwe ngaye kodwa ayikho evela kuye ngqo so akikho into abamlinka kuyo nale case asazi ke ukuthi iyophelela laphi le case kodwa seyihamba iminyaka ngempela le case yingakho ufuna sihlahlala isikhumbuzane ngayo ukuthi kwenzakaleni sizongena manje uyabona nje ukuthi khona omunye babethi evidence banayo njengoba besho former president ukuthi babethi banayo evidence kodwa mase bemcross examine wayesiyaveza uchayina lento wanikezwe ama members of parliament weANC ngiyasola impi ekhona eyayibhekene noJacob Zuma impi yangaphakathi eqenjini akuyona impi nje esingayiqonda thina njengabantu impi yangaphakathi eqenjini njoba babelwa lempi yabo capho sibone isicaphunana phamba singene kuyi-judgment. Maningi nje lama video. Ngifisa ukuthi ngathi ngingayifaka yonke lento le ukuze ube nolwazi kwenzakalani. Kodwa siyozwa ngenkantolo phela. Uthi yona iyophetha ngokuthini kulolu daba.
Pursuing him for now, which is that of the arms deal. You wrote in an affidavit that part of the reason why you did not want to charge Jacob Zuma was that you feared that there would be political violence in the country. Why was it important for political considerations to be made in as far as charging the then Deputy President?
Good. Let us say this firstly. That is a decision that I took. The team that was investigating that case, they came with a recommendation that we should prosecute the Deputy President. We reviewed that decision. Half of my team felt that we shouldn't. Now, there were no political considerations. It was based on the evidence that was before us. At that time, I prepared a 20-page memorandum for the minister in which I set out the reasons for not prosecuting the Deputy President. We were satisfied that there was a prima facie case, if you remember, that I introduced that terminology in the vocabulary of this country. But we were not convinced that the case was winnable.
Why was that? Because
there were a number of reasons. There were a number of reasons, I'll tell you.
Okay.
The evidence against the Deputy President was based on circumstantial evidence, mostly. It was contained in letters that were not written by him. They were written by other people about him. We were not certain at the time whether the encrypted facts that we had was going to be admissible in court.
Now, let's just bring the viewer up to speed about the encrypted facts. This would be the piece of evidence that would signal that there was a 500,000 rand bribe that would have been arranged for the former president.
Absolutely correct. That's the one. We were not certain whether that would be admissible in evidence. We also didn't know how some of the witnesses would stack up during the trial. And so there is the saying, as the saying goes, when you shoot the king, you better make sure you don't miss. We were not certain that will get to him. And we did state at the time that should evidence emerge, we will review that decision.
Njengobuzwa nje ukuthi le ndaba kaJacob Zuma indaba ende mawubheka nje ukuthi kunesikhathi la khona evidence babengenayo khona kodwa bebona benakho ukulangazelela ukuthi abayivuli case abayivulele case amstill noma babe inkinga babenayo nje ukuthi abayithola into emlinka direct ayikho nje into emlinka direct eyodwa nje abazomchargela yona for le ndaba yeAmstill. Ngifisa siqhubeke kancane nobaba uNcuka noma le video seyithatha isikhathi eside kodwa ngifisa ukuthi uyizwe yonke lento le ngoba ayikho enye indawo la ngizoyiveza khona bese ke singena ku judgment ayizona.
So I made that absolutely clear. Yeah. If you look at the case today, it's different from the case as it was then. There are more charges which were not there at the time.
Yeah. So where does the statement come in then, which you deposed to in an affidavit, as I've said, which was used by the NPA when it wanted to charge Jacob Zuma after Mokotedi Mshe decided to drop the case in 2009. Why that statement that you made?
No, let's put that in context.
Okay.
Let's put that in context. So here we are, confronted with the case against Schabir Shaik and the Deputy President. And we are not certain whether we'll win that case or not. Now, you have to be certain because the impact of that prosecution that it will do to the country, you must take that into consideration.
when you prosecute the deputy president of a country, forget about who the incumbent is. It's tantamount to prosecuting that country. South Africa would have been, the news all over the world would be saying, the president of South Africa is facing these corruption charges. You are making a statement.
Yes.
That's number one. Number two, you have to consider what is the likely impact of your decision. If you're certain that the evidence is the evidence that decides these issues, if you're certain that the evidence that you have, you're going to win the case, you proceed.
What
but where there is
did
doubt,
you have at the time? What evidence did you have at the time against Schabir Shaik versus the evidence that you had against, or the minimal evidence that you say, or circumstantial evidence, in your words, that you said you had against the former president?
You see, the evidence against Schabir was direct instead of being indirect. It was Schabir Shaik who had made the demand for the bribe. It was not Jacob Zuma.
From the French arms
From the French arms company. It was Schabir Shaik claiming that he was representing Jacob Zuma. Do you understand? So there's a difference there. So we took then that decision that it's too risky for us to proceed with a case when we are not certain that we were going to win.
This is where
Asibambe le interview la. Asibambe ngempela kodwa njengobuzwa nje ukuthi babe ngenabo ubufakazi. Njengoba ethi manje umehluko ukhona ngoba phela icala leli bake bafuna ukulivala ngo2009. Kodwa njengoba esho ukuthi into eyenzeka manje kwa-edwa amanye ama-charges. Konke ke lama-charges mongabala nje from 2009 ufika ku2019 u10 years. Kusakhona icala elilodwa kuze kube namsebenze bashona nofakazi laba babehamba phambili. Yingakho ke leli cala lidonsa, ingakho iThales company noJacob Zuma bezebethi alichithwe phela icala ngoba ofakazi oyibona abamba phambili abesekho emhlabeni. Ngoba phela afuneka aba cross examine ukuze kuhlolisiswe kabuhle ubufakazi babo. Kodwa ikusukuyicala elidonsa isikhathi eside. I think mina ngokwami it's political. Zolo ke enkantolo enkulu yaseMaritzburg icala ijudge lithe uformer president okuJacob Zuma kanye neThales iyasichitha isicelo sabo sokuthi wadrope lama case abekwe bona against bona ngoba ijudge ithi lona uZuma noThales likhona icala kufuneka baphendule kulo, okusho ukuthi ke icala lizoqhubeka noma ufakazi bengaseke emhlabeni. Sizobona ukuhamba kwesikhathi ukuthi kuzokwenzeka kanjani. Zolobu nje sililandela siligadile siza ukuthi kwenzakalani ngalo. Kodwa nje isicelo sabe bebesifakile enkantolo izolo ngoba basifaka kulama kunenyanga edlule. So izolo bekuphuma ke isinqumo ngaso. Isinqumo sithe cha kufanele baphendule. Ikhona icase funeka baphendule. Seyidonsa isikhathi eside kakhulu le case. Ngiyacabanga nje mawukhokha kugugu iphakethe manje lokukhokhela icala lelilodwa. Uyabona nje indaba kaSchabir Shaik wagwetshwa wafika walahlwa icala wagwetshwa useze waphuma waze wakhohlwa ukuthi wakwaboshwa ngendlela leli selidonse ngayo. So bengithi nje angikwazise ngalezi indaba lezi. Ngale kwalokho mina nawe asidibane kwivideo landelayo. Ungasupporta ukujoin membership, ungasupporta futhi ngokusdonatela uma mali onayo. Ikhona i-account kwi-comment ephiniwe. Ngiyabonga.